This is Ruan. Welcome back to another video. Today I am discussing Splashdashed, where it's at, what's updated, what's new, and if you've gotten the invitation to beta test, I appreciate you going through the platform and leaving feedback. But I wanted to make a video that if you're on the waiting list or if you've heard about it, you can see what we're currently working on so that you have a good understanding of where the product is right now. So in this video, I'm going to walk through some of the updates that we've made, what the product does, what it is, what it's not, and this way you can get a good understanding if it's right for you, or if you're interested in beta testing it, you can actually apply online on our website. So to get started, the platform allows you to log in. One of the design decisions that we made was to actually do a one-time password instead of using a password system. This design decision came down to just really understanding that I get really frustrated with passwords, and so I don't want to post passwords, or I don't want to put in passwords or remember them or save them. So I really like the OTP methodology. Now, if you do have a Google account, you can also do more options, which will allow you to continue with Google. So that is a way to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and send myself a one-time PIN. So I'm going to put my company's email in there, and then what that's going to do is it's going to send you a PIN, so you can go directly to your actual email and gather that PIN. So once I put that PIN in there, as you can see, I can go ahead and sign in. So really quick way to just authenticate really quickly without having to have a password for any of the accounts that you may have, or just one account. So now that I'm actually in the platform, there are multiple actions that I can take. If you're in the beta test right now, these actions are going to continue to grow because we're making them, and you'll be pushed notification of when they're ready to use inside of your dashboard. A couple of things that we're ironing out. The credit system is now live, so every time you pull a report, a credit will be drained from the account, and this is going to give us a really solid way of understanding how many credits you use and how much to relatively charge for different reports and things like that. So by doing this system, you're really helping us figuring out our pricing model. And then on the bottom right, this is where users can actually leave feedback, which is really important because it's helping us make the product better. And so feedback from different actions we should add, different integrations that we should provide, what reports look like, how they look on mobile, all of these things are going to be really critical to the success of the platform. So I really appreciate you actually doing that. So let's go and explain the credit system a little bit more in detail. So if I wanted to run a simple broad match keywords report that only called on the SEMrush database, it would be considered what we are calling a basic action. So if I went in here and typed in, let's say, cosmetic dentistry, this report that it's going to generate is only going to cost you 2 credits. So if I had, let's say, 984 before, I now have 982, and that's exactly what that report consumed. And that's calculated based on how much it costs us to run the server. And so it's really important that you understand the credit system, because you really want to utilize them wisely, because you don't want to burn them through really quick. And in a couple seconds, I'm going to show you how to save them. So now I get a report that says cosmetic dentistry. I get all of the data from the SEMrush database. I can filter that data if I need to. Filter by CPC, filter by competition, filter by number of results. And for this report, now that we're talking about it, one of the ways that we actually created a system for the actual difficulty of the keyword is based on the cost per click. So traditionally, SEO data creates the difficulty based on the number of results, but that's not really relevant if you're doing local. So a lot of the times I want to optimize my website based on the competition of a keyword phrase, not necessarily the actual number of results, because that's not really relevant. Then I scroll down and I get that AI result, the report snapshot that I've told you about. And this is going to give me clear insight as to what the AI thinks I should do, etc. And then I can also create a link that I can share that's mobile friendly, and the user doesn't need a password that you're sharing it with. So this alone costs you 2 credits. Now, I can save these keywords. All these features will always be available. But one thing I really wanted to point out is if you've already run a report, you can quickly access it in the reports page. And if you do quickly access it, this will not cost you another credit because it's saved on our database. If, however, you decide to, let's say, rerun this action and you want to rerun this report with a different keyword phrase and get a different outcome, if you click that, you're going to run another action which will drain another 2 credits. So it's really critical that you understand the credit process of our system. Now I'm going to run one that has a slightly higher amount of credits that it's going to burn. And this one is going to be domain ranking keywords. So this is what we are calling a combined action, and this will cost 6 credits. So let's say, for example, I typed in CT Skin, which is one of our clients at a med spa vertical. I'm going to pull a report that combines SEM Rush and Ahrefs, and that is going to consume 6 credits. So when I get the report back, I had, let's say it was 982 credits, which that's what it was. Now I have 974, and you can start to see the bar actually draining. So that's a little bit about how that works. And then I get a report that gives me AI insights, which is great. A page of Ahrefs pulling how many keywords they're ranking for, and then an actual list of their top positions that can be filtered by CPC, search volume, number of keywords, length of keyword, and of course, I can download all of this or share it as a link, as I mentioned before. Now, this report again will be in the reports section, and so when you load up this reports section, you'll actually see the new one here, and again, you don't have to rerun that action to save on credits. You can just access it from the past. So that's a little bit about how the credit system works. I wanted to make sure that that was very clear. And so as you find errors, please do the feedback and provide us with critical feedback that you're seeing. And then of course, if you're interested, you can go to our website and then actually apply for the beta test. And then we will send you the invite when we're ready. We're doing it in waves right now. So if you want to beta test it, give us feedback, get 1,000 free credits, which is up to 500 reports. You can do so. And every single week, we will be sending new actions to the front end. So you'll actually be able to try new actions relatively actively. So I appreciate you watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.